Today I want to share with you Psalm 29 from two versions, the King James and the New International Version. Praise to God in His holiness and majesty. Give unto the Lord, O you mighty ones. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due to His name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord is over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. Yes, the Lord splinters the cedars of Lebanon. He makes them also skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord divides the flame of fire. The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. The Lord shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord makes the deer give birth and strips the forests bare. And in His temple everyone says, Glory. The Lord sat enthroned at the flood, and the Lord sits as King forever. The Lord will give strength to His people. The Lord will bless His people with peace. New International Version. Ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due His name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon leap like a calf and Syrian like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord strikes with flashes of lightning. The voice of the Lord shakes the desert. The Lord shakes the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists the oak sand and strips the forests bare. And in His temple all cry, Glory! The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord is enthroned as King forever. The Lord gives strength to His people. The Lord blesses His people with peace. Amen. Now, I would like to offer briefly some commentary regarding this psalm, because I understand that the language could be confusing and it really would impede your ability to truly embrace and receive from this beautiful grandeur that we find here in this poem. We see and we read in the prelude all of the glory and honor that is being ascribed, that is being described in a well-deserved manner to Yahweh. And then we move into the body. As we move through this poem, we move into the description of the thunderstorm that's happening. And although we know that this is not a thunderstorm of inclement weather, this is still a thunderstorm, a storm, if you will, of bio warfare. And as we moved through the description of this thunderstorm, verses 3 through 9, you still find that God makes it clear that He still sits as King forever. You still find that He gives you a point of reference to say that even in the great flood, I still sat enthroned. And so that itself sets us up for the postlude, which we find in verses 10 and 11, where we see the transition of watching nature in an uproar, and then the people moving into the peace or the rest of Yahweh. It's so beautiful, because while there is a storm happening that we're witnessing on one end, there is also an abundance of rain that is set up for those in His rest. So be at peace and be in His rest and see His glory. Amen.